Reason, the Science Noon, and each other individually first, so we can be mentally strong enough to do what we need to do physically. So that time will manifest, and let's get the show on the road. True peace.
Indeed, indeed. Yes. Nebu, he'll be jumping in shortly. So I guess I'll do a quick little um intro as far as where we're at as far as the books are concerned, and hopefully he'll get back get into the live, and then we'll be able to fully begin from there. So we're gonna give him about 2 minutes just to get in the room. But yeah, and just give a little breakdown of what it is that we do and why. Okay, well there you go, and it wasn't even 2 minutes. It wasn't even two
Okay.
minutes. True peace, true peace. Yeah, I said I'm gonna give you about 2 minutes to get things rolling, but as soon as I said give him 2 minutes, it turned into seconds. Yeah, we all did our intro already, so we waiting for you to do the grand intro.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. See. True peace, kids and friends. I'm Nibu Ray Uno Nupu. It just shows how nature works because I just got in the house.
Mhm.
Yeah, but yeah, true peace. Now this I know will be even more of a banger because we are now in book three,
Mhm.
and just hold on to your seats and your hats, and
Mhm.
get that thinking cap on, get that information, and enjoy the ride. True peace.
Indeed, indeed. Yes. I'm not sure what happened to Tar. It might have lost reception or something. But he did give his intro, and but so we'll get the party started. But yes, we are going in now to book three, which happens to be the third installment of the nine ball booklets that Afro Unu and his other two kins, Gipu and Sipu, they're the ones that helped to assemble the books, as well as help Afro Unu to write the books. So they also, Shari, they also should have and get credit for the work that they've done as well for the liberation of an entire race and humanity in general. So it is a pleasure to be a part of this journey, just to back through the books and do them from beginning all the way to end. So the goal is to read all the books of the Nature of Nature series, which happens to be the BIAE, the non-ball interpretations 1 through 4, the Moonset and Sunrise, the introduction tape booklet, the introduction to the Nature book 1, 2, and 3. So those are 11 books, and we are now on the fifth book now, okay, which happens to be non-ball book 3. So I'm excited to get this journey started again, and to peruse through this book, and it's absolutely going to be a powerful presentation today, because we're going to be introduced to the circle of order. Okay, so the smack circle of order is being introduced to us in book 3, and will also be introduced to the nasty 3 ether forces, and will also be introduced to the number 3. But please don't confuse the number 3 with 3 ether, because the number 3, yes, is a powerful number as well, but is not to be confused with 3 ether, because the number 3 is also a powerful number, which we will learn as well. Okay, so I won't waste any more time running my mouth. We will get to the proceedings this evening. And of course, I love going to the original books to get get the first reading going. But of course, I can't read the entire thing from the book because we're gonna go and do an in-depth breakdown using the artificial intelligence to our positive advantage because we don't get the positive advantage of the technology that we see today. All right. And we see today a change from what we had before to what we have now. I just need a little confirmation from the Kens that they see the cover on their end.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
great. Thank you. Thank you. So this symbol, right, that we saw in book 2, remember it had the T in it. Now the T has been removed, which happens to be a revolution of the symbol itself because this symbol is going to be the permanent symbol of what we use going forward. So back in 1971, when they published these books, this is when the symbol first came to the world. This symbol came in 1971, which happens to be a 9-year. Okay. And this is the 9 ball, which happens to be the Noop ball. And eventually you will see it with the color if you've never saw this symbol before. Okay. And it'll have the colors red, green, blue, black, and gray. Okay. Red, green, blue, black, and gray. And that's all I will say for now. There are no books called Behind the 9 Ball. The books that are authorized by Afro Unu are called the 9 Ball. Okay. And this is our symbol. If you don't see this symbol within our book, then it is not an authorized book because all the books have this symbol except the Bible interpretations and explanations. Okay. All right. The 9 ball is count 3. The 9 ball count 3. This is liberation information. Once again, published by those who care. Right. Written by Wunupu, Asunupu, and Nabanupu, which happens to be Afro Unu, Gipu, and Sipu, printed in the United States of America, dedicated to Ethiopian liberation, New York, published in 1971, which happens to be a 9-year. Okay, so in this volume, as it says, Introduction to 3, page 4, Mind and Sex, starting on page 10, on 17, Welfare and Unemployment. What a time for that. Page 33, Integration and Miscegenation, 29. I've always told Tar that these booklets are for this day and time, right now, right? And it just so happened that right now on November 1st, right? So right now, today is what, October 29th, 2025. On November 1st, 2025, they will be stripping millions of Americans of their welfare and their what they call SNAP benefits. And as we speak at this present day and time, at this very moment, there's thousands of people that just lost their jobs from Target, Walmart. I've seen a couple of other places where a lot of people are being laid off.
Inside government.
Inside of the government. Remember, they cut down the government when Elon Musk got in there with the Doge team and was cutting and splitting and busting heads open. That happened. As a matter of fact, the government is shut down right now. Nobody's getting paid that work for the government. There's a whole big situation going on where the there's a big situation going on where the not the TSA, sorry, the air traffic controllers, The air traffic controllers, they are
Heated.
they huh? I didn't hear you.
They're heated.
Right. The air traffic controllers
Mm-hmm.
are they're on leave, or they're not going to work at all. So this is an issue that's taking place right now. Okay. So with that being said, we're gonna proceed, because I always say these books are for right now. All right. So I'll go ahead. Listen, I'm listening before we start. Someone
Yeah, I saw some earlier today. They taking out 22,000 UPS companies.
There you go. UPS. I saw that.
I mean locations, they closing 22,000. Darn.
Right. And
Yeah.
we also today, what I seen on social media is now they're rolling out these robots. There's a robot coming out. The funny name for the robot is called Neo. The name of the robot is called Neo, and I think it's about $20,000 or $500 a month. And this robot's supposed to help you clean your house and stuff like that. But I know Elon Musk got his robot situation going on as well. And then we also saw on the West Coast with the longshoremen's, they have a whole automated robot situation going on there, where they don't even need but maybe one or two longshoremen on deck just to operate the machines. So a lot of jobs are being taken away by machines. I mean, we saw this in Terminator, where the machines took over the future. This ain't
Yes.
nothing but this ain't nothing but Terminator happening in present day. You understand what I'm saying? Of course, it's imagery that's fabricated to make you feel like it's to the extreme extent, where it's like killing and stuff like that. But yes, they are killing people's jobs. They're killing people's spirit. They're killing the economy. So it is a killing going on, but it's not the killing that you see on the screen. So the Caucasian has the ability to make things look more fascinating than they really are. But if you look at it from a perspective of symbolism, that's what they're doing. They're killing the spirit of the people, because if you don't have a job, they're killing your spirit. They're killing you economically. They're killing you in every way that you could see fit. So those movies were done on purpose. You understand what I'm saying? iRobot. Look at iRobot. The robots now end up taking control of people's lives. Now, what do you think those robots are going to be doing? They're going to be spying on people in their homes. You think your robot is doing an innocent job, it's going to be spying on you, making sure you ain't doing nothing that you ain't supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
This is
Predictive
another form
programming.
Exactly. This is another form of slavery that's being taken place. But it is up to us to accept, promulgate, and push nine knowledge. Nine knowledge is the only cure for what we see going on in today's world, which means that we have to get this information in our brains in order for the revolution to occur. And revolution doesn't mean a bloodbath. Revolution means to get our business in order. Once we get our business in order, then we don't have to rely on the system to feed us, because that's what's happening. I've been seeing on social media where people were talking about going into Walmart and these places and committing crime by stealing the food from Walmart. At this point, I don't care, because at the end of the day, yes, Walmart and these companies been stealing and robbing from people for years. I don't care. But at the same time, we don't want to put ourselves in a predicament where we end up getting hurt, or we end up putting ourselves in jail, because we want to commit crime just to feed ourselves. We want to be able to do the right things so that we can provide for our families in peace. Okay, so we have to come together on an economical front in order to make sure that we don't have to do any negative or wrongdoing to make our lives better. Okay, so if anyone else has something to say real quick before I move on, I'm gonna dive into the non-ball book 3. All right, the Kings don't have anything to say, so in the next volume, we'll be speaking about the 9 Nubian guides. B, why empires rise and fall. What the perfect time for this, right? C, origins of the universes. D, law of the opposites and information for all darker peoples. That happens to be 6 and 9 ether as far as the origin of darker peoples. Okay, so of course you all know what I do is I read the first paragraph and then I go to the chat GPT. All right, introduction to 3. Number 1, the digit 3, like all other digits, can represent many things and have many meanings. For example, 3 can represent space, matter, and time, liquids, solid and gases, sun, moon, and earth, male, female, and neuter genders, 9 ether, 6 ether, and ghosts, etc. But where the Caucasian race is concerned, it means Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, and 333% of the perfect number 1,000. 333% of 1,000 is the Caucasian's limit of mentality for original man. It is 666, and for the Ethiopian, it is 999. Okay, so that happens to be the first paragraph in the non-ball book 3, which it happens to be a very powerful book, by the way. I would suggest you study that booklet, read it a couple of times, and allow the knowledge to permeate your mind. Okay, so what I did was I fed the entire book and a paragraph towards the chat GPT, right? So I'll show y'all a little bit of what I do when it comes to this, right? So when you copy and paste the book into the chat GPT, right, what happens is it'll give you the entire breakdown, right? So as you can see, even paragraph 54 is in here, right? So I gave it the entire breakdown, but I don't like just giving you 1 to 2 paragraphs and just a few sentences. That's not going to do anything for us. You understand? So what I end up doing, because all the pictures weren't given as well, like, nah, we got to give you the picture. So I said, I'm going to start sending you the first section in pieces. Since I can't send the pictures in the order given, it's in the order it's given, allow me to send it. Then we will break it down in new scientific and historical. Any other comparative information would be important, right? So that's how I do it. Then I said to it, don't respond until I say finished. Why? Because after I send it, the paragraph is going to try to break the paragraph down, but I don't want it. See, it says got it. I'll wait till you say finished. Had to send it the picture of the SMAT circle. It says I see the diagram clearly. I'll stay quiet and wait for the other pieces, right? So I send it the next paragraph. I had to send it as well. Send a piece of the paragraph and send the other circle as well. And then I sent the rest, introduction to 3, and just to give y'all how some of that process. Also, I have to read through it as sure that the chat is well for answers that it's supposed to give, to challenge it on certain things. In the first 4 paragraphs, you won't see a challenge from me, but in the other coming paragraphs, you're going to see a challenge. So today we'll just be breaking down paragraphs 1 through 4 because I'm trying to keep it from 30 minutes to an hour. I'm pretty sure we're probably closer to 30 minutes right now, maybe at like 20 minutes. So let's begin the lesson. All right. Perfect. Let's begin the full breakdown for A, Introduction to 3, with its corresponding diagrams using the 4-lane interpretive system: Noon Science interpretation, scientific parallels, historical and comparative context, and number 4, practical/slide notes and symbolic takeaways. Introduction to 3, paragraphs 1 through 12, but today we'll do 1 through 4. Noon Science
Show your
interpretation, huh?
show
It's
your
not
show
sharing?
your screen.
It's
No,
not
just
what?
it's showing the Nodiac.
No, that's crazy. So my whole breakdown when I was showing y'all
I
that.
seen it.
Oh, you seen it? Oh, okay.
I seen the
Oh,
whole
Why?
screen. I don't know what y'all was
I
saying, but
don't
I
know
was
why.
now it's
I
showing
don't know
them. There
why it's
you go. I
showing.
can see it.
no, I mean I stopped sharing it and then I reshared it again.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, when you stop sharing it, I seem to know that. I don't know what's going on there, but I seen the screen the whole time.
Oh, okay. What about
Hmm.
what about
Oh,
you,
wow.
Karu? Oh, Karu must be busy doing
I don't know.
something. But it
It's
didn't show on
showing
your
it.
side. It's showing it now though, Nebu.
No, it's showing the Nodiac on my screen on my
Still?
end.
Yeah, I can see it.
Now it just flipped. It just flipped to the
Oh
book.
wow. Okay.
Now it's showing. Yeah, my
Oh wow.
computer is messed up.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, man. But
No, you
yeah,
good. You
okay.
good. It's been showing the whole time. It's just something on Nebu's side.
Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah, you good.
All right, cool. All right. So this is the new science interpretation. All right. The core meaning of the 3 cycle. The number 3 symbolizes the final phase of descent in the universe cycle of space, matter, time, which SMAT means space, matter, and time. That's what SMAT means, okay? So anytime you hear us speak about the SMAT circle of order, we're talking about the circle, the space, matter, and time circle, because SMAT is an acronym for space, matter, and time, okay? 963 represents the decline of etheric vitality. 9 ether is full life, pure cosmic fire, and creator principle. 6 ether is transitional death principle, evolutionary decay. And 3 is ghost or 3 ether ghost, exhaustion or crystallization matter in its densest, reflective, and least energetic state. The circle of time shows this motion as counterclockwise order, the natural rotation of universal creation, and clockwise chaos, and when matter degenerates. Position of 3 marks the bottom of the circle, the apex of descent, or the turning point between death and rebirth. When the universe reaches this degree of condensation, the 9 force, spiritual magnetism, begins pulling matter back upward, initiation or regeneration. The 72 numerical pattern, sum of all digits adding to 9, mirrors the 72 SMAT cycles and the 72 Tefni ticks. Well, all right. So you're gonna keep seeing Tefni because that's a word I created for the Nodiac, right? And it represents the seconds, right? Because there's no such thing as seconds, because seconds means secondary creation. But later on down the line, when I start introducing y'all to the Nodiac, then you're gonna see the breakdown of the Nodiac and how I constructed it and how it's supposed to be used, because I have something special coming. I'm hoping that the person who's dealing with technology, I hope they can get it done in a efficient time, and they can get it done where everybody can download it and get it to their phone. Okay. All right. So this word Tefni is not a word that's in the nature books. It's something that I created. Okay. All right, Tiffany ticks. That's why it says ticks. These ticks means like the seconds, okay? That define the rhythm of cosmic renewal in noon science. Thus, 72 million years per universal revolution, a macrocosmic minute in. See, I don't like that word minute. Minute is a word for like the moon, okay? In cosmic time, but we know what they mean by minute, okay? Left side of the circle 6 equals the descent of consciousness and physicalization. Right side 9 equals the ascent, mental and spiritual awakening. Humanity is presently at the 3-point and end of material evolution and the beginning of mental resurrection. Nubian forces pulling us up by mind and in time. Ghost 3 is conscious death gas, the densest and coldest form of conscious magically white because it lacks the solar heat gene and 9 fire. I want to go up real quick. Only reason why, because I want to show y'all the circle, okay? So this circle is the SMAT circle. This 9 is the top of the SMAT circle, right? This 6 is the 6 west, right? Later on, you're gonna see it with the arrows around it. You're gonna see other different things around it. But just to give you a visual representation, this is what it looks like. Okay, it has the 6 here, that's for 6 west, and then the 6 on this side is for 6 east, right? Right now we are at 3 south, right? And we are at this point. I don't know if you guys can see the little hand, but we are right here, a little past 3 south. Okay, a little past 3 south, and then it goes counterclockwise. It 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Circle comes down 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3 again. And what you're gonna also see, there's another circle that comes below this, and Afro-Unu will speak about that in a further paragraph, right? And that's this circle right here, right? 2, 1, 0. And then you'll see the bigger circle in the nature books, okay? And these circles are the half sections, I mean the 3/4 sections of 6. As you can see, this looks like a 6 right here, and this looks like a 9. The reason why these pieces are cut out from that circle is because this quadrant right here means that 6 ether is dead. It doesn't exist at that quadrant. The same way 9 ether dies in this quadrant, right? And then it's born again at the bottom of the 9, where we're at right now, which is 3 south. Okay, just to give a verbal breakdown as well as a visual breakdown. Okay, all right. So now scientific parallels, noon concept, counterclockwise order, left hand spin, chirality. Description. I felt like these descriptions were pretty good. Many living molecules, amino acids, DNA have left-handed configurations. Clockwise, right-handed symmetry often appears in non-living crystalline systems. The metaphor mirrors life versus death spin. Y'all see that? Afro-Unu was studying all these things within nature, and he knew that a lot of non-living crystalline systems rotate clockwise, okay? But many living organisms have a left-handed system, which is counterclockwise. Now, it makes you think humanity, right, is majority right-handed. And the reason why is because we are in a clockwise mentality at this particular, okay? But that doesn't mean because you left-handed, it means that you automatically you just in noon. No, it just means that the natural movement and the natural mentality and the natural way things are is that it's clockwise. That's why most people on the planet is right-handed. Okay, because of this energy of clockwise and counterclockwise. 9, 6, and 3. High energy plasma 9 and molecular decay 6 and inert matter of entropy 3. This echoes the second law of thermodynamics. As you can see, noon is the science of science and the science in science. So you're gonna always find noon in one way or another in all sciences, because all the sciences are combined to make noon. When we're watching other sciences, that's actually a fragmentation of what noon is. Okay. All right, moving on. 72 million year cycle, precession in galactic cycles. 72 million years approximates a galactic arm rotation fraction, can symbolize a long geophysical and magnetic reversal period, right? I'm going to also show y'all something later on down the line. Hopefully I remember, of a 36 million year cycle that the scientists just discovered not too long ago. Maybe one of the kids, preferably Tar Kindle, could pull it up, that 36 million year cycle, to show that there's a geological cycle that happens every 36 million years, which happens to be the reversal of 6 and 9 back and forth, and it happens every 36 million years. Okay. Ghost is light reflection, albedo, and photon scattering. White equals the absence of heat absorption. High reflectivity parallels no sun heat gene. Resurrection of the mind, cognitive evolution. Oh, I think he had dropped out and he's back in. Hold on, let me bring him back in real quick. All right. Yes. Resurrection of the mind, cognitive evolution, and neurogenesis. Humanity's reorientation toward higher order reasoning parallels the 9 pull upward, a neurocosmic metaphor for the next phase of intelligence evolution. Historical and comparative context, cosmological triads. The triadic structure, 3 aspects of divinity or cosmos, is universal. Kemet, Egypt, Ta, Ra, Amun, or Osiris, Isis, and Horus, creator, sustainer, manifestation. Vedic, India. Brahma, Vishnu, initiation, preservation, and destruction. Christianity, Father, Son, Holy Ghost. Noon science reclaims the triad but reassigns vitality. 9 is life, 6 is transition, and 3 is death. And that's right, because both phases of that SMAT circle represent the transition either to life or to death. Okay. The circle of time. The circle cosmogram recalls Egyptian and Dogon cosmology. Time as rotation, not linear. Progression. The counterclockwise motion matches precession of the equinoxes westward, signifying cosmic order, while clockwise reversals were omens of disintegration. Egyptian reversal of Ma'at. Y'all see that? Clockwise reversals were omens of disintegration. Why do you think our clocks go society? It is a spell to watch a clock clockwise. Let's look up the definition of omens real quick. An omen is a phenomenon that is believed to foretell the future, often signifying the advent of change, right? It was commonly believed in ancient history and still believed by some today that omens bring divine messages from the gods. These omens include natural phenomena, for example, an eclipse, abnormal births of animals, and behavior of the sacrificial lamb on his way to the slaughter. Special diviners variously existed to interpret these omens. So omens bring people to the slaughter. Even though they make it seem like it's good, it's not good. They bring in to the slaughter. So clockwise reversals were omens of You see that? Clockwise is a ritual of bringing people to disintegration. Okay. Egyptian reversal of Ma'at. Number 3, 72 symbolism. Kemet and Sumer alike use 72 to represent total cosmic order. 72 conspirators against Osiris and 72 disciples in biblical cosmology. 360 divided by 5 is 72. In Noon Science, 72 corresponds to the complete phase shift of the Samat, the number of complete transformations per grand eon, unity of conscious gas states. This extends Hermetic alchemy, spirit, soul, and body, or plasma, gas, and solid. Ghost as the cold conscious gas parallels the alchemical salt, crystallized spirit. Number 5, racialized symbolism, interpretive caution. The text uses racial allegory as cosmological metaphor. 963 as successive densities. Historically, Ethiopian here equates to primordial humanity and Afrocentric cosmogenesis, not to be taken as biological essentialism, but symbolic of heat, light, consciousness gradients. Now, of course, the chat will always lean towards not going against its master. So every now and again, it must be checked, right? Because when Afro-Unu brings race, it likes to spin back and be like, oh, this is racially charged language. No, these are the facts, and that's what needs to be said to the people. Okay, moving on. Practical / slide take. Slide 1, the circle of time and existence. The first diagram, the circle divided into 12 sectors with 9 atop and 3 below. Core message: all existence unfolds cyclically through the SMAT, which is the space, matter, time. The mantra: counterclockwise is order and clockwise is chaos. Slide 2, the descent of matter. Illustration: the half circle figures evolution sinking left, rising right. Quote: 6 pushes down and 9 pulls up. Point 3, we are at 3, end of descent, entering the mental resurrection phase. Slide 3, the threefold ether, triad, 9 ether, life, creator, and tar. 6 ether, evolutionary and raw. Ghost, death, God, and the final stage. Scientific parallels: plasma, gas, energy, matter, and inertia. Slide 4, Trinity of SMAT concept: all space, all matter, all time equals true Trinity. Interpretation: the spiritual replaces the religious Father, Son, and Ghost with a scientific cosmic triad. That's what needs to happen. Slide 5, 72 million year cycle. Key insight: every universal evolution, 72 million years, reflecting macro cosmic renewal. Analogy: just as our zodiac clock completes 72 Tiffany ticks per minute. Well, there we go. This is gonna, like I said before, this is something that's not in the nature books. This is something that me and the chat is working on, as far as me creating terms and things like that. But I'll get back to all of this at a different time when I'm teaching on the zodiac. Okay. So just as our zodiac clock completes 72 Tiffany ticks per minute, the cosmos completes 72 great breaths per eon. Summary of essence: 3 in Noon Science marks the densest condensation of consciousness into matter, the world of the dead, where evolution pauses, chaos peaks, and the 9 force begins to pull begins its magnetic pull back order. It is the gateway between and resurrection, the moon cycle of reflection, and the scientific foundation of the spiritual trinity. All right. And then I said, it said, would you like me to proceed next with section B in the same breakdown? I said, no, actually we'll go paragraph for paragraph for the section, for the sections. Okay. And then it says, would you like me to go? No, I said we could combine 1 through 4, but they're going to go from paragraph 2. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait. I think I might have to scroll down a little bit because oh no. No. We were in the right place. I think for that section 1 through 4, I think all I did was those 4 paragraphs. Okay. Um so it's gonna give a paragraph for a breakdown for 4, which actually is great because our that we're in right now. And after that one, we'll be done with the presentation, okay? Because then it'll go on to paragraph 5. I think the reason why I did that is because they had the 3 circles inside of the paragraph, okay? But I do need for it to break down paragraph 4 with the circle, but we'll do that in a second. All right, paragraph 1 through 4 breakdown. The digit 3 ends in 3 counterclockwise rotation. World of the dead. Original meaning. Okay, we did this, but I really wanted to break down the smallest circle. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna do that real quick. Once again, we're gonna do a real live breakdown of this particular circle right here. This one right here. That small circle. Okay. So we're gonna give me 1 second. I'm gonna stop sharing. All right. I'm gonna go to the 9-ball book so that we could get a nice breakdown of that small circle. Okay, there we go. All right. Actually, I could just ask the chat to give us a breakdown of paragraph 3. Give me a second. I'm going to screen share again. Give me a second. Screen share. Understand. Boom. Y'all can see the screen, right?
That yeah, I can see it now.
Okay, great. Okay, it wants to give me 2. Let's just choose this, any one of them. It doesn't matter. This one popped up first, so we're gonna use that one. Okay. And any mistakes it made, we'll just correct it. So right now it's generating an answer, and we're gonna go with the answer for now, since I don't have time to skim through it. And once once it's finished, then we'll go to that. Sound like somebody outside.
Can you hear me?
So what? Somebody said, can we hear? Is that you, Karu?
Yeah, I'm having a connection problem. My computer tripping. Can you hear me now?
Okay.
More clear?
Yeah, we can hear you, but it sounds like outside.
Okay.
All right. So I think paragraph. Okay, here we go. All right. Am I still sharing the screen? No. But it sounds like some echoing in your background. I have to mute it for a second until you get right.
I'm muted now. I'm on mute.
You are. All right. Me.
Yeah,
Huh?
just
Yeah. I'm
clear it
yeah.
up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool. So here we go. The reason why I wanted to do this because we needed to get the breakdown of the small circle with the 1 and the 0, the 2, 1, and 0. Okay.